Oh, what's up, family? Hating on my voice. All right, let's get some cards out and see what energy comes out for us on today. So we're just gonna pull a few cards out of the mother deck. We'll call this the mother deck. I'm just kind of looking at my inner work. Collection of cards to see which one we may want to pull from on today. Let's see. Let's do this one. This is our self-compassion deck. And maybe we can see we have goals and life purpose, self-knowledge and self-awareness, self-esteem, self-confidence, goals, and let's say goals and life purpose. So there's a few different categories in regards to that. All right. I did, a little work of clearing the clutter up here. I'm loving the energy. I have this beautiful little cloud. It's not a diffuser, it's a humidifier, I believe. So you may be hearing the water driplets from that. It has some really beautiful colors. That it shifts through. Bottom of the deck, what do we have? So we have Libra energy. So that could be the energy of balance, could be indecision, could be leaning too far to the left, too far to the right, not being able to find that middle ground. So we'll see if we need to find balance or it's just informing that we are in balance. So we'll kind of just put that over to the side. Allow our divine forces just to hold that up for us. Okay. So we'll let that come out. Try not to look at it. Don't want to look at it until it's time. Okay, bottom of the deck, it says time for that relationship has passed. So it could be a certain level of a relationship. Maybe when it comes to mother-daughter relationship, it's time for that. You know how sometimes when your parents get older, the roles kind of reverse in a way. So that could be what's going on at this point, where at one point the parents were parenting the child, but now the child is parenting the parents. However, that's not even cool. Especially when everyone has their faculties. They need to utilize them and not be, sometimes parents can be manipulative and act like they can't do some things just so they can have someone to do that for them. And to just be energy vampires. As a child, you're not an energy vampire. You literally are dependent upon them. All right, so we have bottom of the deck here, just the misunderstanding card. So, committed to misunderstanding. Underneath that is the recognition card. Let's keep going a little bit. Then we have not an energy match. Okay. All right, so this card here says assert yourself and take risks with courage. Okay. So for me, it's kind of given that, there could be some energy. This could be yours or someone else where, you're committed to misunderstanding the other person out of manipulation. And you need to recognize that there's people around you that are committed to not understanding you, that they aren't an energy match. And you may need to take the risk of walking away from certain energies. Underneath that, I just saw you are right. So you may have that suspicion of someone. Could be a mother figure, a mentor figure. They may be doing some things to, again, try to put their claws into you to keep you from growing beyond them, keep you in their grasp, just being manipulative. You're no longer an energy match for that type of operating, and it's time for you to perhaps take a risk and move on in certain ways. Pull back your energy to force these people to take care of themselves. It's not your responsibility. Don't allow them to put that burden onto you. Show love. Guide them in whatever way you can. But be sure to focus on self, because that's exactly what they're going to do. It says bottom of the deck. The bottom of the deck, it says lean in deeper. It says, is a part of your emotional experience calling out in pain or discomfort? Okay, so there could be a part of your emotional experience that is calling out in pain or discomfort, maybe because of people trying to put too much burden onto you that is not yours to carry. They've been doing this possibly since birth, and you're just saying like, no, I'm not your emotional storage for you to put all of this, put shit onto me. Put your burdens onto me. I am not your punching bag. I am not responsible for you. Okay? So, bottom of the deck, we have self-esteem and self-confidence card. It says, are you afraid of letting others get close to you? The rest of the lean in deeper card is, can you just be with it without trying to change it for 5 breaths? And I feel like that's the emotion that may be calling out in pain or discomfort. Can you just sit with it without trying to change that emotion for 5 breaths? So breathe, do 5 breathing exercises into this energy, perhaps of being misunderstood, or finding out, understanding, coming to the awareness that some people are just committed to misunderstanding you. Sit with that emotion, right? Try to bring balance to that by sitting with it. So the self-esteem and self-confidence card. Are you afraid of letting others get close to you? And in this energy that may have been going on around you, unbeknownst to you, just penetrating your subconscious, this could be true for you. It may not have anything to do with the current situation. It may have everything to do with the current situation that we're going to be discussing in this read. But I know I can say I'm afraid of letting people get close to me because of the abandonment. Emotionally, it may not have been physically, but it's emotionally, it's mentally. It's not being considered or respected or, thought of, or feeling worthy of, of people listening to me or considering me or respecting me as, the youngest or a younger person or whatever. Nevertheless, let's get into the read. The main theme for this read we have here: what no longer honors is over. Right? So all those energies that don't consider us, that don't respect us, that don't show us that we're worthy in their dealings with us, whatever is no longer honoring us is over. We're not going to continue to be people's punching bags. We're not going to continue to allow people to be dead set on misunderstanding us. No, they're going to have to do the work. These people are lazy and they don't want to do the work. They feel entitled and they just want it handed over to them. But it says you received or ingested something, and you can receive that emotionally, mentally, spiritually, or whatever, or ingested something. It did nothing. Okay, it was supposed to poison you. It was supposed to keep you bound to these people or whatever, but it did nothing. Okay, so imagine some kind of poison that you may have received emotionally, mentally, spiritually, maybe physically, that you received or ingested. It did nothing. Maybe someone gave you a gift that was supposed to bound you to them or whatever. It did nothing. Okay, because Spirit says what no longer honors you is over. I'm not dealing with that. The first card to clarify, you received something, it did nothing. It says want you to settle for breadcrumbs. Exactly. And half as minimum attempts. When don't say you're pushing them away. Give financial versus emotional support true value. I don't know what I meant to write right there, but basically they want you to receive these breadcrumbs. They want you to receive the breadcrumbs. They want you to settle for their minimum attempts. They want to love you the way they want to love you, not the way you need to be loved or what you truly value. They think they can buy your love, but they need to spend that quality time and show just small ways of loving you. You don't need all that, the big fanfare. Okay, and then we have here A Whole New World with the music notes. So it's the song A Whole New World, a new fantastic point of view. Okay, so the self-compassion deck cards is the sweet spot. It says, what is an act of self-compassion and self-care that you can take today that is neither self-denial nor self-indulgence? What kind of self-compassion and self-care What is an act of self-compassion and self-care that you can take today that is neither self-denial or self-indulgence? The sweet spot. So again, that's given that balance energy, that Libra energy. So just got to sit, lean in deeper, just like this card was saying. Lean in deeper and sit with that question and whatever other questions that may come up in this read. Do you have your notepad out? We've been get that notepad out and write down these questions. And just sit with, if you don't have the answer, just sit with it. Just be with that energy, that question, that, for 5 breaths. That question may bring in some discomfort because you don't know the answer. Sit with it for at least 5 breaths. Okay, so we have a self-knowledge and self-awareness card. It says, what are the most important events in your childhood? Okay, so that may help you answer that question of what kind of self-compassion act or self-care act that you can take today. Perhaps that'll lead you on how to answer that. Okay, Spirit says they want you to know that the bases are fully loaded for you. Okay, thank you. Next. Okay, it's like you're ready to move on. You're moving on to the next level. You're no longer allowing these things to hold you captive, to make you feel guilty or any of those things. Spirit says continue to look forward, continue to plan your exit. Okay, because the situation is no longer honoring you. The situation where these people are dead set on misunderstanding you, not recognizing you, not seeing you. The time for that is over. Okay. Beautiful. With the base clarifying bases fully loaded, home run. We have generous clients, subscribers, students, followers, etc. I feel like there's a lot of blessings coming in that's going to help you to go ahead and move forward, to step into your confidence, with the color being yellow. Step into your confidence and tapping into that solar plexus energy. Okay, so the self-compassion deck, it says nowhere to go, nothing to do. Exactly. It says stop and let yourself do absolutely nothing for 3 breaths. With each breath, try saying let go. And for me, when I first read that, it was saying there's nowhere you need to go. There's nothing you need to do to feel worthy, to feel special. You are already that. You don't have to go to LA to find your dreams. You can do that exactly where you are. Now, if you want to go, follow your intuition. If that's where it's leading you, do the things, but don't allow anyone to make you feel like you have to do this or do that. Trust your heart and trust your intuition. We have a goals and life purpose card. This time it says, what are the moments that you feel more fulfilled and motivated? What aspects of life are relating to those moments? So just kind of think about that. So the next card that we're going to clarify here is get some sun. So this for me is you're about to get some enlightenment, perhaps on a lot of these questions that are being asked, but there's definitely some enlightenment that's about to come in. Also, it could just be literally go out, get into the sun, let that sun shine down onto your skin. Embrace it, embrace the sun rays, the love that comes from the sun. So we have hip balancing here, and then also temper tantrum coming out. It says ignore immature actions trying to tempt you out of your character. Low vibrational people. So you got a lot of low vibrational people around you. Hip balancing is for me as a massage therapist. That's been something that I've been working towards for a very long time, and I feel like I am getting to that point. And that's proverbially that final stage of, okay, I figured this out. Now I got everything else figured out type thing. And so I feel like you're about to get some enlightenment on something that you've been working on for a very long time. Enlightenment on how perhaps to manifest it, or whatever. Things are really coming together for you. Remember, the bases are fully loaded, okay? And someone tried to stop you, but it ain't stopping nothing. What they talking about? Ain't talking about nothing. What they talking about? Ain't talking about nothing. What they talking about? Ain't talking about nothing. Okay? So the self-compassion deck card, we have rear view wishes. It says, make a wish for your 7-year-old self. How about your teenage self? How about make a wish for yourself today? And again, wishes, something that you've been working on or whatever. All of these wishes, I feel, are about to get some sun. They're about to get some enlightenment. They're about to come into fruition for you. Self-esteem and self-confidence card. It says, what do you spend most of your time? Who do you spend most of your time with? How do you feel about yourself when you are with them? And hell, that could be yourself. You know what I'm saying? How do you feel when you spend time with yourself, if that's the case? But also, try to think about the person that you spend the most time with. Self-esteem. This is a self-esteem and self-confidence card. Do they feed your self-esteem and your self-confidence in all ways, not just ways that benefit them? And then you may need to separate yourself if that's not the case. You know what I'm saying? So that could be what's going on in this situation with people who are dead set on misunderstanding you. Like, it may be time for you to separate. Look, it says they do not have good intentions. Whomever this person is, they may not have good intentions. Look, unfair. And this is coming out directly underneath. You've received or ingested something, but it did nothing. They gave you those things, and it wasn't with good intentions. But we have Shaktipat. I love that. This is a transmission of grace, and that is why it did nothing to you, because you operate under grace. Okay, it's this transmission of grace. Enlightening gift. Enlightening, get some sun. Enlightenment is a key word for this sun card. Enlightenment, gift of mastery. It says empowers to instinctively seek conducive environments. That's why it may be time for you to be like, thank you, next, and move on from the environment that you're currently in, because you are reaching goals and you got people around you that's going to throw some temper tantrums. Okay, you got people around you throwing temper tantrums because they want to keep you bound to them. It's unfair, and we're not dealing with that. Okay, you're gonna walk away, and it's nothing personal, but you just got to do what you got to do for you. It says, when was the last time someone got under your skin? Can you think of 3 reasons they may have acted the way they did that have nothing to do with you? Okay. So that helps you to also walk away, because it takes some of the onus off of you, making you feel like you were the purpose. No, it has nothing to do with you. These are issues within themselves that they need to work on, that they refuse to work on. They don't want to do the work. They want you to do the work for them, and just to be a storage and a punching bag for them to get their rocks off, to get their frustrations out. But that's not what you were put here to do. Okay, so self-knowledge and self-awareness. It says, what daily activities drain my energy? And then I say these people are energy vampires. Perhaps the people that you spend the most time around is what's draining your energy. Your environment that you may have be forced to cohabitate with said people. That may be draining your energy. But it says, can I find help to take some of them off of my plate? And that's the activities that drain your energy. So whatever it is, and maybe that activity that can help you take some of that off your plate is to think about the fact that it's nothing personal, and try to think of reasons why people do what they do that have nothing to do with you, because 9 times out of 10 it doesn't have anything to do with you. And then we have root chakra here coming out underneath. Bases are fully loaded, home run. Spirit says they want you to get rooted and grounded within your root chakra, because you will be taken off. You will be separating yourself and walking away. The first card to clarify root chakra is, when did they appear? When did they start supporting you? If they ever started supporting you. And if they did, is it genuine? Is it self-serving? So this is a card of discernment and self-worth. Okay, you need to be, and that's what the root chakra is all about, security. You know, whether it's emotional, mental, spiritual, financial, whatever, you know. But Spirit wants to remind you that your every step is ordered. Okay. So this again is about taking stock, inventory of the people around you, friends, family, romantic partners, co-workers, all of the things. Okay. And then we have warm fuzzy here. It says place a hand gently on your heart, arm, or cheek. Take a moment to just feel the sensations and emotions that arise. Okay? So you may not have that love and support from others, but just place a hand on your heart, arm, or cheek and support yourself. Give yourself those warm and fuzzy feelings. And then we have a self-esteem and self-confidence card here. It says, what is your biggest fear? Have you ever tried to face it? Okay? What is your biggest fear? And that may, with the your every step is ordered, could be taking a step out on your own, without the support, or what support you think you need. You have your spiritual support, your spirit guides, your ancestors, your guardian angels, all of the things, you know. And they say you need to try it. Try to face that bigger, that fear that you may have of, you know, stepping out there on your own. You got this. Okay. So that's the read. I'm going to go ahead and end it right there. We may be back later for another one to revisit, but there was a lot of questions. It was kind of heavy. I definitely need to go back over this read and write down all the questions and just kind of lean in deeper, just like the card says here, and just sit without trying to change anything for 5 breaths, and just, you know, see what comes up, you know. All right, family, again, I hope they helped in some way, shape, form, or fashion. I love you all. And until next time, peace.